Hey guys, welcome back to another video. I am the Detail Hot Lap. I'm going to be installing some brand new pod lights, some off-road pod lights on the Jeep Grand Cherokee today. I've had these mounts on my vehicle for over a year now, and I finally can say that I have off-road lights, and we have the Diode Dynamics SS3 LED pod lights. I think they're the Sport Edition, and I cannot wait to throw them on the vehicle today. So what are they? They are the SS3 pod lights. They're the ones with the backlit option. So they have 3 wires, one that goes to the backlight and one that goes to the positive lead and the negative lead. I don't have the harness that they provide. I will use my own. I have the aux beam switch panel in here, so you'll need to wire up 2 of these connections. Why I went with these: they are assembled in the United States, they're tested, and have really good reviews. This is not a sponsored video, and if you're enjoying the video, please leave a like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. What is needed to install these? You will need either an auxiliary switch, or you buy the wiring harness. The wiring harness you will have to purchase after the fact. It will not come with the product, so you will have to purchase that separately. But I did not opt to buy that. I will go ahead and integrate it with the aux beam. I'll have to use 1 and 2. So that way I can control the backlight and the main beam. Tools are needed. I will What's not included in that clip I just showed you is positive, ground, and a backlight cabling. So this is just 16 gauge. It matches the gauge that is on the wiring harness. We'll just go ahead and use this. I got 28 feet, should be plenty since we're only putting it not too far away from it. So we'll go ahead and install it. I've already put it on my mounting hardware here. I will throw in a clip of how to do it. If not, I'll put it on a separate video and link it to it. This shouldn't take a lot of time since I've already have the hood mounts on. And then we'll go ahead and mount these lights first, and then we'll do a dry test of the lights and make sure they work properly. And then we'll unbox everything here. We have the mounting bracket and the mounting hardware. So there should be 2 of them. Here's them assembled. So what we'll go ahead and do first is put these nuts in the slots here. On both sides. Okay, and then we'll grab our mounts here, throw them on both sides, and then we'll use these smaller bolts. That side. And this side. And then we'll tighten these down once they're on the vehicle, so that way we have an accurate throw. And then I just put this on the bottom so that way I didn't have to fussle with it. Throw it on just like that. Put the washer, the lock washer, then the nut. There's one side, and I did leave this loose so that way we can adjust it later. We'll use wrench or a plier, tighten that down. It's pretty simple to get on. just like that. Again, those are loose. Before we go any further, we'll go ahead and disconnect the battery. All right, once the battery is disconnected, we'll go ahead and throw the wiring harness and throw the wires in here temporarily. Since we're using this wire harness, we got a positive lead. We have the back lit, which is also technically a positive lead. And then we have the ground wire. So if we hook up this and this, we'll be able to get power for the main beam. And then once we get this wired, we'll have to ground this. So I'll go ahead and solder these together, put some wire loom on it and some zip ties at the end, but I just want to make these connections secure. And at the end of the cable, I might have to do some minor adjustments for the length. It's not perfect by any means, but once those are connected, we'll throw on the heat shrink. Okay. Throw that into the back of the light. These 3 wires are on the switch panel. This is going to be our backlight. This is going to be our main beam. Now that the battery's plugged in, we'll go ahead and test it. Okay, so I got everything wired correctly. I know there's a little bit of a jump in the video. If you are using a auxiliary switch input panel, positive needs to go to one, positive needs to go to another, and that way you can differentiate between your main beams and your backlight. And then you want to just run it to a common ground. So I will show you here in a second. Go into the accessory mode, and here is the main beams. So I actually had an issue with one of my pod lights, that's why I kind of jumped around. This one works correctly, and I got it wired correctly, so now I'll just need to do a permanent install of the wires, get them all connected, and then I'll have to contact Diode for the warranty claim on this. But other than that, that's how this works. Turn it off and on with the switch panel. And now that that is on and working, let's go ahead and get them permanently installed. Now we got the length. Let's go ahead and put the wire loom on it. Now that I got the cable wire loomed, let's go ahead and install it. I did run a power cable all the way through this area right here. So please keep in mind that the windshield wipers are right here. And if you don't keep this cable taut, it could lodge itself into the windshield wiper and either short out or just completely cut the wires. Make sure that this is taut on both sides all the way through against the plastic trim here. That way, you don't have to worry about any shorting or whatever. So I've learned that in the past. So now that we have the other side, let's go ahead and disconnect the battery, get these plugged in, solder the other side, get it connected, and then we should be good to go. Okay, let's get the driver's side of the vehicle wired up. Got the cable ran, got the heat shrink on. Now I'm just tying all the wires together. Okay, now I got all those on. Heat shield over. We'll put the rest of the wire loom on and we'll connect it to the light. Alright, in case you are lost, let's go over what we did. So on this aux beam, we've connected one switch to this will be the main beam. This will be the backlight. So one of these has to be activated, not at the same time. So we have those split, one going to the driver's side, one going to the passenger side. So each one of these wire looms, one goes up here into this light, one goes across here, which should be down, goes across here into the other side. And that wire ends up here into the back on the driver's side here. Go ahead and shut that. So the negative lead is running to the negative lead here. You can also run it to the negative lead of the vehicle. Or this would be a ground terminal on the vehicle. That would be a negative lead. There's some wiring in here that doesn't have to do with anything in this video, but here's this. Now let's do the final test. So here's what they look like on the vehicle currently. So this is going to be the backlit. So we have backlit there, it's just on the hood. We'll turn that switch off. We got the high beam. So right now the high beam on this one works. I will have to do a warranty claim on this guy to get it to work because it's wired the exact same as that one over there. But let's look at it from the front side. So here we go. We have the driver's side and the passenger side with the backlight. It looks very bright on camera, but in person this is pretty dim. But I love the way that looks. So here is the high beams. The passenger side works, the driver's side does not, but you can tell it is a very bright light.